Hi, third grade. In this social studies geography lesson, we are going to look at the 7 continents. For each continent, we'll learn how many countries there are and what the population is. We'll even learn some fun facts about each continent along the way. A continent is a large area of land on the Earth, and on each continent, there are countries. Countries are smaller, divided up areas of land within a continent. These areas of land have their own nation and government. Examples of countries are the United States, Mexico, and Dominican Republic. Those are just 3 examples. There are actually 195 countries in the world. Each country has its own flag to represent that country. This picture shows every country's flag. That's right, there's 195 flags shown here. The word population is used to describe the amount of people who live in an area. So we will look at the population for each continent, so the amount of people who live on that continent. Continents, countries, and their climate can determine a lot about the people who live there. People around the world speak different languages, practice different religions, have different beliefs and traditions, celebrate different holidays, play different types of music and games, and eat different foods depending on what naturally grows in their environment. All of these things we just mentioned make up a person's culture. No culture is better than another. The world is full of different cultures, and this is a beautiful thing that should be acknowledged and respected. Everyone in the world is equal, and our culture is what makes us unique and special. Let's travel to each of the 7 continents to look at how many countries are there and what the population for the continent is. The first continent we're going to look at is North America. North America has 23 countries, and the population is 579 million people. And did you know that you are one of those 579 million people? That's right, North America is the continent where we live. And our country, the United States of America, is one of the 23 countries on this continent. A fun fact about North America is that this continent has the most extreme weather. The weather for this continent is more extreme than any of the other continents. This continent experiences hurricanes, tornadoes, droughts, floods, wildfires, blizzards, heat waves, and cold snaps. North America experiences it all. Another fun fact is North America is home to the largest island in the world. Greenland, even though it belongs to Denmark, is a part of North America, and Greenland is the largest island in the world. Next, we're going to look at South America. South America is right below North America. South America has 12 countries, and the population is 422 million people. A fun fact about South America is that it is home to the longest mountain range in the world. The Andes mountain range travels all the way down the west side of this continent. South America is also home to the Amazon rainforest, which is the largest rainforest in the world. And it is home to the world's driest desert, the Atacama Desert. Now we move on to Africa. Africa has 55 countries, and the population is 216 million people. That is a lot of people. Africa has the most countries in the world. Africa is home to the Sahara Desert, which is the largest desert in the world. Not only that, but the Nile River, which is in Egypt, is the longest river in the world. Kind of crazy to think that you can have the largest desert in the world and also the longest river in the world in the same continent. Next up is Asia. Asia has 49 countries, and the population is 4,463,000,000 people. Asia is the largest continent and it also has the largest population. More people live in Asia than any other continent. It makes sense that since it has the largest population, that this continent also has the most languages spoken. There are over 2,300 languages spoken in this continent. A fun fact about Asia is that it is home to Mount Everest and the Tibetan Plateau, which are the highest elevations on Earth. Interesting enough, it is also home to the Dead Sea, which is the world's lowest point on land. This is such a fascinating continent. Now let's look at Europe. Europe has 47 countries, and the population is 741 million people. A fun fact about Europe is that Europe has the world's largest country, which is Russia, and the world's smallest country, which is Vatican. So out of those 47 countries, you have the world's largest and the world's smallest all on one continent. Now we'll take a look at Australia. Australia has 14 countries, and the population is 25 million people. Australia is the smallest continent, and it's pretty much moved out of the way from most of the other continents. Since the continent Australia is, for the most part, separated from the other continents, it is home to some really unique animals like kangaroos and koalas, which don't naturally live anywhere else in the world. Lastly, we'll take a look at Antarctica. Antarctica has 0 countries and the population is 0 people. Antarctica is the least populated continent in the world. There are no permanent residents living there. People do go to Antarctica, but they're mostly scientists who go there temporarily to do research. Antarctica is the coldest place on Earth. It has about 90% of the world's ice. This doesn't make a good home for humans, but penguins sure love it. That was all 7 continents. We looked at Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, and Australia. We can use different types of maps to learn more about a place. So if you ever find yourself traveling to a new location, try picking up a local map to learn more about it. There are 3 types of maps that you could find to get more information. There are physical maps, political maps, and thematic maps. Physical maps tell about the landforms and bodies of water in an area. Just like these 2 examples here, you can see all of the landforms and bodies of water. There are some globes that have texture where you can actually feel raised bumps where the mountains would be. Political maps tell you where their state borders, capitals, and cities are. Like this example here, you can see all of the state borders. And thematic maps can focus on a specific theme or topic. For example, this thematic map shows the different world climate zones. You can look at the map key to see what the colors mean. And with this thematic map, you can see where each of these companies started. For example, Pennsylvania is known for Hershey's chocolate, and Apple products were developed in California. Thanks for learning about each of the 7 continents with me today. Bye for now.